Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunbil Shaddam. In the last episode we finished our war against the Taids to take this county up here, though unfortunately our simultaneous war against the revolt they were having, which was for I think this county, ended inconclusively when the revolt ended, so we didn't get that one, but not a big deal, we got one county out of it. And now we are in two more conquest wars for two different counties over here, which are going just fine so far. I don't think we're going to have any major problems. We now have our two war goals being sieged, and that should be pretty much all we need to do. There may be more armies on the way over from the guy who owns this county. He has most of his land over here, though it seems like he has some other war going on simultaneously. He's subject to a host invasion. Apparently going pretty badly for him. It's sad. Yeah, he's unlikely to be able to do anything about this. Which is great. And I think if the host invasion was for the Duchy of Fars, is that correct? I think I saw. He doesn't even have any land in there. Well, is it a kingdom title? I don't think so. No? Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens if and when that host invasion ends. I'm just worried about this county maybe changing hands and ending our war inconclusively, but hopefully that won't happen. We've been sent another preacher who will go directly into the dungeons. Speaking of dungeons, we do have quite a few prisoners we can ransom. And not you, though. Everyone else is unransomable at the moment. Will help to keep our balance high while we're losing money at war here. We're also going to come up to our vassal limit, assuming we win both of these conquests, which means we should probably go ahead and create a duchy title or usurp one. And we have a usurpable one over here. And usurping is cheaper than creating, so I think we'll probably do that. One we can create is the Duchy of Bakar here, which is going to cost us... Actually, it costs me the same. I guess we'll do this one then, since it gets rid of more vassals. Including this Hindu vassal, who I would like to not have to deal with if possible. And I suppose we may as well just create this now. And while we hold this, maybe we'll see if this person will accept vassalization. Yeah, I didn't think so, since we are the wrong religion. Well, we'll grant it to one of these people in here, and they will actually be able to declare their own de jure war for this additional county. I guess you're a pretty good martial character, so we'll give it to you. And he will be my biggest fan. I guess our Grand Vizier was one of his new vassals, so we lost access to them. That's fine, though. Let's see who we need to send our Grand Vizier to. Chief of Bam is our most powerful vassal. Apparently our new Duke isn't on this list. Maybe this just needs to update. No, apparently not. Okay. Well, we'll send him to... Let's see, everyone's pretty positive. Bori? Up here somewhere? Yeah. Okay. That works for me. And I think that was our wife dying, so let's go ahead and get ourselves married again. We'll take the ambition and try to get married to somebody who won't have any children. Fortunately, nobody older than 36, so see if we can find anyone that's chaste, maybe. This being, of course, because I don't want to have any new male children who could become my heir. There seems to be nobody chaste or otherwise fertility challenged, really. And I would be happy to just stay unmarried, except that we're now above our domain limit. We can probably deal with just being won over for however long it takes before we die, which probably won't be too long. Perhaps I should get married. Notification. Perhaps I should. But I won't. You write with bad news from Mandesh. Your efforts to root out a heresy and convert the population have met with resistance. Oh, so we gained some extra revolt risk there, which means we're probably going to see a religious revolt within the next year. That's okay though, we should be able to put it down without too much trouble, and it'll be worth moral authority. And I think for our next war we might want to go ahead and try to take our holy site from the Karkota kingdom over here. I keep thinking about my wife, who was the best of wives, and without her I do struggle to be a Shah. Oh, how I miss her. Oh dear, so we're either going to become lustful or incapable, probably lustful, from wenching, or we will say we'll never forget her and definitely gain depressed. Well, I guess we'll go for lustful, probably. Oh, we became incapable. Well, that's no good. Unfortunately, that means we are probably going to die pretty soon, and our grandson needs to have a different guardian. Let's see, we want to make sure that he has good traits. Proud would be alright. How about people with good diplomacy? That's a pretty good set of traits. Unfortunately, his education trait is pretty bad. We could always change him later on in his schooling, though. Or this is actually a pretty good set of traits too, especially if he gets ambitious. Sure, we'll give it to this mayor. Assuming, as I do assume, that we die pretty soon. We're now 2 over our domain limit as well, incidentally, but we will hold on to them. Assuming that we die pretty soon, we will be able to deal with his education personally on our next character. We have this guy in the Independence faction. Fortunately, we already have our Chancellor in his county. Or is it her county? It's a her county. Hopefully he should be able to deal with that before it becomes a problem. There's our 2 sieges. More prisoners, always good. We lost our health bonus from our focus, and we gained a -3 health penalty. So I can't imagine it's too long before we die here. Which is really the only reason I'm willing to stay 2 over my domain limit, which ordinarily I would not. We are losing more money now as well, since we are getting an income penalty from having an oversized domain. Should be able to sustain it for a while longer, though. And our son had another son, quick one, which actually is really good, since he is now our eventual heir, thanks to ultimogeniture. So we don't even need to worry about the other son, probably. And it seems like it's just... Oh, as I was saying, it was feeling like we didn't have any more factions forming. This guy has joined another one, and he really hates me for some reason. Mostly from being ambitious. Well, I don't think we can get his opinion positive by any means available to us, so we'll just have to hope nobody else joins his faction. I don't want to go bribing people at this point, since we may need the money to stabilize things after our upcoming succession. And that's one of these wars at 100%, so we'll go ahead and end this one. And give away all of the new holdings. And of course the county as well. You'll do just fine, I guess. Or not. We'll go for people with high stewardship. How about you? Not a gift, a landed title? I can't grant landed titles. It needs to be approved by my regent, I see. And my regent already has 100 opinion of me, so he is not going to let me give out any titles, I guess. Or maybe it's because of his opinion of the person I'm trying to grant it to. Let's see. Try some other people. No, it's just base reluctance and he doesn't care. So that's kind of annoying that we won't be able to give out any of these titles until after our succession. I don't think there's any real way for us to hasten our deaths, which I would like to do if it was possible. I don't think we can put ourselves in charge of armies, for example, since we are incapable. The chief, our regent, seems to have given in to his charitable nature and he's been donating alms to the poor from your coffers. Worst of all, he has been doing it in your name, so we lose 25 gold and gain piety. Well, I don't like that. Let's go ahead and disband most of our troops. That should help out with our income at least. And I don't think we're going to need them. I guess we'll send this army over here to siege some of his other lands. Though at this point we're going to be getting the ticking war score in our favor, which will get us to victory. At least I assume. Though it's not showing up just yet. I think we'll have to go and siege this county since we're not going to get credit for a siege here. Because this host invasion he is defending against is sieging that. And we're still not getting the ticking war score for reasons I do not understand. This is over the county that we've sieged, and we have fully sieged it. I don't know. Unfortunately, though, we're still on negative income. I guess this army is mostly composed of my domain troops. And of course, the being over our domain limit thing doesn't help. And we are still paying a lot on levy upkeep. I suppose we could at least get married at this point, if that's something our regent will allow us to do, since I believe this carries a fertility penalty. We'll just go ahead and marry the person with the best stewardship, I suppose. Since that will help out with our domain problems. If we do end up having a child, then we'll be annoyed about it. And a little grossed out. Because we're 70 years old and incapable. Unless it's a daughter, then it's fine. And we have a Buddhist uprising. Probably... oh, it's up here. Actually quite a large one as well. Unfortunately, we can't really abandon this war and let the ticking war score win it for us, since we're not getting the ticking war score. Still. So we are just going to have to raise some other troops to deal with that, I think. Unfortunately, we have only 4,000 or so available from vassals, so we're going to need probably our entire army. Okay, I'll wait for this siege to finish, and then we'll bring this army back and disband it and re-raise everything. And let's see who we can ransom here to help us out financially. Not very many of these are actually ransomable. In fact, none of them. Am I just seeing this wrong? Nope, none of them ransomable. Okay. Seems like the Abbasids are having a bit of a religious revolt over here as well. Mazdiki revolt. And also somebody is having a revolt war for Baluchistan. Oh, I guess this is the Emir down here is having his own revolt, which is not really affecting the Abbasids, I guess. And we gained some technology, which is nice. I wish to intercede on behalf of one of my prisoners. Sure, I don't really know why this guy... Oh, he's a peasant leader. I'm gonna say okay, just to avoid reducing his opinion. So we have an ally called into this war, which is okay. We don't really care about that, I think. Let's go ahead and get all of our troops raised. If we can get them over here. Unfortunately, there's a Mazdiki uprising, the one that the Abbasids are dealing with in this county, which is getting in my way. Oh, and in fact, they are now heading over here to my land. So I guess we'll just disband these. Don't really want to be 1,300 troops short, since I think we're going to need our entire army for this. All of these counties are hills, so at least they're not mountains, I suppose. And we have Independence faction. Seems like the Abbasids are just content to stay here and siege this back instead of actually fighting the rebel army, which is what I would like them to do. But if they want to head around this way, that is absolutely fine by me. And there we go, we have died. Thankfully. So our vassals will have lost their raised levies penalty and will hopefully like us a little bit better. Let's check out their opinions just now. Not too bad, mostly. Let's go ahead and take care of our various things. We need to choose an ambition, which I guess will be to have a daughter. I think we'll choose a diplomacy focus to help us out with vassal opinion. I guess we'll go for carousing. And we'll even try to have a party as soon as we're at peace. We'll let a few days pass and see if our domain size gets updated, or if this is what it actually is. My half-sister came of age, okay. Yeah, it looks like unfortunately we have only a domain size of 6. However, we will be able to give away this county now, so let's go ahead and do that. And I think we'll probably just go ahead and give away another county and get us down to 6. So let's see. This one up here, which I suppose is the one we should give away. If I can remember the name of it, Kunduz. Okay, we need one child educated. One child educated. This is my son, my elder son, so he's not likely to inherit. We'll give him to a vassal for opinion. In fact, let's find out who our most powerful vassals are. Bam and Kohistan are the ones we're probably going to give him to. Bamiyan, I would like to improve his opinion, but I don't think we're going to be able to. He's just too negative. So we'll give him to Bam, I suppose. That was one of the ones I mentioned, I think. And we'll see if we get any faction problems. Okay, with the Mazdaki uprising here, or Mazdaki rather, I think we can probably raise our other vassal levies. And we can raise this from over here as well. And hopefully we can get these through to here without getting them caught by anyone. Okay, well, we're out of time for this episode, so let's end it here. We'll have to deal with this religious revolt and any remaining succession problems in the next one, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.